into the lower bracket, the scary lower bracket. All, of course, for just one qualifier spot to head out here to beautiful Los Angeles, California, and hang at the chillest house, the Summit House. Avoid all the press. You know, players actually do like the fact that at the Summit, you know, they get that chance to kind of escape for that one event away from the media and the press and the fans. Not that they don't love their fans and they don't love all that, but it kind of almost becomes like a over glorified boot camp where these players can kind of power up and just, you know, prep for the big event to come in TI.
Yeah, you guys at BTS are genius for making that. Yeah,
all right, Lacoste, stop sucking the D here. We'll consider inviting you out for the event. All right, we may invite you. Okay, all right, all right.
I already got it. I don't need to.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see. All right. So
early movement already in Game 3. Award going down from NP as Pi commits that early TP. It doesn't look like they were able to spot it out. So this is some good early reads for NP here.
Yeah, let's talk about the relevant stuff. Look at the tower on mid lane for Radiant. It's the big one.
It's big and black again, even though it looks this tower looks like a Dire tower.
Yeah, well, it's Radiant, and now the Dire one is so small. It looks like a toy compared to the Radiant one. I guess balance in all things again.
Yeah, that thing does not look like it's gonna, you know, fend off an army of 5. Whereas this big ass beast, I mean, I wouldn't even want to face off against it here. But, you know, again, these are just hats. They don't. It's not pay to win, people. Don't worry. Early smoke comes out, and we are underway. Let's see which team is going to be able to kind of take it home here into the upper bracket. NP coming into this one. I don't know. Do you think people came into this series expecting NP to be favorites just based on, you know, their player names and power, whereas SG is a team that was actually at the Kiev Major and pulled out that big win against Secret?
Well, they didn't just pull out the win against Secret. They took the game from EG and almost won it in the game 3, and they took one game from OG as well in the first day. So
that's right.
I don't think people take them as underdogs anymore.
Okay, King RD trying to square off against the heaviest hitter in the game in your tree, and it's going to secure Pi the first blood. It's a bit of a rumble here in the top lane as SG will also be able to secure a kill, taking down Owie as a response, but obviously NP happy to claim the first blood as they unveil their aggro lane.
Pretty ballsy to trade hits with Treant Protector. 91 against, 55. I mean, he has a stout shield, and Jingo Mastery was the 4th hit, couldn't get the 5th hit, so... But still, you don't trade hits against the Treant Protector. That's the highest base attack in the game.
And now he has boots, and he is walking his self all the way down here to the bottom lane and hoping to make an impact here against Tavo. I've seen Tavo with a full wave now under his tower pretty early. He's got to be pretty happy about that, and in what was currently his one-on-one matchup against Envy at the moment. So turns into a bit of a win-win there. We'll scope out mid lane. Tinker versus ADR's Puck. Fata, of course, a little tough time in the last game, looking to kind of bounce back. He's 6-4, currently to ADR's 8-1 Puck. How do you forecast this mid lane matchup going?
Well, so far, Puck 5 denies. I don't know about the ping. It's with normal ping, it's easy to dodge those lasers from Tinker. This is the second laser that hit him, so I think it's kind of hard for him to actually dodge it, but it should be an even matchup.
Looks like Owie was able to go in a bit deep and snags up the SG bounty rune, and will also take his own. So lots of sweet, delicious loot coming their way. Rotations, though, to the top lane, because it does look like MSS could be in a bit of trouble. But now with Owie showing up, they're going to have to turn and run, but already so much damage is there. KRT tries to go for some sort of disjoint, jumping into the courier form, but it's not going to be happening. He goes down, and it looks like Cat will also be dropped, too. Nice rotations come out from MP early.
Yeah, they're just dominating that top lane. Crystal Maiden didn't even want to use Frostbite, waste mana on both of those heroes who would die there. He was just saving it. I mean, the mid matchup we were talking about, it's pretty even, but he has Arcane Aura plus Living Armor later on, so it's gonna be in favor of Fata.
C4T trying to move to go for the pull camp, but look who was there waiting for him, the Jolly Green Giant. And Owie stops him from going for the pull, hits him in the face, and now SG are going to have to hide within and under their tier 1 tower. It seems like this aggro setup from MP is working out pretty good for now. And it doesn't stop though. Owie looks to move in, it forces out the telekinesis, and they continue to chase on forward. As Pi tries to make chase too, he gets cut off from HFN a bit, but look at these guys, they're still moving in, and they'll finally get the last hit. And a pause is going to be called as there's just a bit of lag apparently. I felt that touch of lag there too, so I don't really blame him. But look at that, suddenly 4-1 already at 3 minutes in.
Well, the Treant Protector with Arcane Aura, Boots because of the first blood, he can just go in, dive. He's being level 2. Oh, Troll. Wow, they're just dominating that top lane.
Yeah, I didn't actually catch that one. I thought something was about to break down here in the bottom lane as Envy was sweeping in, but fortunately missed that one. Troll getting dropped though. Yeesh. He's supposed to be the breadwinner there in the top lane. You could already see the repercussions coming out from that laning setup from NP. And Owie's already seriously doing some mileage in this game. 4-minute rune pops out. Fata secures it easily for himself. There's no contention there, but Owie makes his move on for ADR, looking to just kind of get as much damage in as possible. He has currently no regen on hand. They actually don't even have a flying courier yet. This poor Dusky the Husky, which is a BTS courier, by the way. Thank you so much, SG. They need to get it in the air.
Stop sucking up the BTS.
HFN's in trouble in the top lane. Trades a bit with MSS, but Pi is there, shows himself, hits him up with everything he's got, and HFN's going to have to try to juke himself through the trees, dishing out the tomahawks, going merry-go-round here, but eventually he'll be taken down.
Misses. Wow, he has a phase boost level 4. That Troll needs to find some farm somewhere. The supports ditched him. Rubik level 2, they were trying to find an opening on mid, but couldn't get any. I guess they should just play safe, or he should just move to forest, try to farm there, because top lane, he really can't go there anymore.
Tavo, bottom lane, is working with the nearby jungle camp, pulling it a bit. King RD is on the trees, kind of watching over him. As we can see, Owie's already in space, but Pylai has just rotated down here, and it looks like MP are going to try to use an advantage in numbers to take a fight, and that's when Owie shows himself. Punches Tavo right in the back of the head, and he's going to get quickly taken out. As they look for the follow-up kill onto King RD, Pi is going to be forced to step back from the Eidolon damage, but they get the swift takedown of King RD as well. Envy picks up that one, and MP are looking a lot better back on the USE server, or looking a lot like what was happening in game number 1. This is an 8-1 start, and a very convincing.
Is under attack.
Pylai is all over the place. Level 4 Maiden getting level 5th right now. Setting up so many kills in 5 out of 8 kills, and that Treant Protector, this is why this hero is so strong, because of that bash and just providing vision. He can just stand there. I expect some nerfs to come for that tree. I don't know how you feel about it, but
you know,
when it came out, I didn't feel it was that strong. Everybody was picking it, but I guess it needed some time to fix in how it's gonna be played. So I think everyone figured it out.
This is one of those things, you know, in some cases, I imagine that they feel he's as good as he's going to get in that moment, and you may just not know what further improvements you're going to need to make to that hero until you just throw him into captain's mode and get the best players on the planet playing him. Because until he's added to captain's mode, a lot of these players are not playing the heroes. You know, it's like, why drill, why grind, why scrim with them? They're not even in captain's mode. So now they're forced to play him, and we're seeing people like Jerix, we're seeing all these heavy 4-position players, Crit, who name you, are able to kind of show all these new heavy advantages that the hero is able to bring, and that's when we might see some nerfs come in. Fortunately, I get so caught up in my lecture there, which I don't even know why I'm lecturing about Tree, we missed the opportunity to see Envy take down C4T.
Yeah, don't say we. I saw the kill.
Okay, what happened then? Can you give me the
double remnant plus searing chains plus flame guard? I could say that even if I wasn't looking, and I still wouldn't be wrong.
Don't be afraid that if you see a kill breaking out and you know I'm rambling on about some random shit, just say, hey, 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 shut up.
Hey.
There's a kill happening down here. Shut up. Nah, it's all good though. Don't be afraid to let me know something's going down. It's pretty bad on the camera. Here, MV bottom lane though, continues to farm up. He's been granted now 2 easy coasty kills. And it looks like he's made his first serious item investment. He's currently sporting no gold, but I imagine he's gotten something.
Where is it? Where's the courier?
Where's that courier at?
Can't find it. There's nothing in the courier.
Right,
That's his farm.
Okay, that's his farm.
Well, he can't be that much farm than that actually. He can get
Maybe
a few more extra
I'm just
creeps.
getting ahead of myself, I think is what it is.
Oh my god, look at the tree. 200 damage with Quelling Blade. Oh, he's gonna eat those trees. Does King RD knows?
Does he know the trees are falling all around him?
Yeah, he should know. He's pinging it out. Isn't he afraid?
Eventually, Aui's gonna guess the right tree. I don't know. It looks like he might give up and just walk out, waiting instead for something else to appear. King RD is going to continue to just stalk it out right here, so a bit ridiculous. But it looks like eventually Aui will take his business back towards that mid lane. SG have continued to ramp up the pace here in the bottom lane. It's kind of hard to take these tier 1s, of course, when you're playing against the tree, so they really should be looking to commit hard on these objectives whenever they do decide to go for the push. You don't want to be committing so much just to not get the finish and have this freaking tree heal it up, huh?
Oh, they're trying to make a move on top. They just ditched the bottom and want to try to push top. Do they have enough?
Yeah. Looks like
Fata, black hole.
Step out, but Fata steps in and finds himself suddenly in a Tavo black hole. Not quite enough damage, though, as it's only going to be able to bring him down to about half of his life. A living armor will help keep him a bit better and have some peace of mind, but not the debut of a black hole you're hoping for. Bottom lane, Envy gets right back into his own bit of action, jumping away from that top lane, suddenly shows up bottom, and now he's diving past a tier 2 and hoping to get a setup for MSS, who will claim his first duel.
Oh, Envy, cooldown is on his port. Is he gonna get out? Can they find him?
ADR's in the area, but hasn't
maybe the
crossed
courier's gonna
past
scout him
yet. Oh, I didn't see him? No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it seems like he knows he can't kill him, so he just ditches him.
10-1 now for NP, as they already claim a 4K net worth advantage at just 10 minutes in. Feeling like one of the better starts you could ask for here. And we have to see what, you know, SG's fallback plan can really be. Before I would have said utilizing the black hole and making a big team fight happen, perhaps, but now they're going to have to wait another 2 minutes before they can even use that. Coil, I guess, is their next best option. And we're going to be seeing ADR in the bottom lane.
Scanned. Radiant just used the scan, so they want to play it safe. But look at Legion Commander. He's so farmed with that armlet. Arcane Aura, again. Treant Protector level 3 living armor. That hero can't really die. I mean, he can die, but they need to commit with 3 or even 4 heroes to actually kill him.
It's just too much. With her being already as strong as she is, plus you factor in the living armor, and probably the soon-to-be rotating MP Force, Fata's able to finish out his boots of travel, so you can pretty much put him in any possible fights. I would hate for the SG window of opportunity in the early game to already be passed, but it feels like they're going to be digging a bit deeper on trying to find a way to turn the momentum around in this game. It's tough, man. It looks real tough.
It's tough, yeah, especially for C4T. He's level 4, barely got his boots at minute 12.
Looks like a Midas is going to be the first pickup for 40R on his puck, too. This is no, like, straight to Yules or Blink Dagger kind of a game. He's going to be going with the farm game on this one, maybe expecting or hoping that they can stall this one out a bit longer, but MP have already claimed the tier 1 in the bottom. That's their second tier 1 of the game, so MP have a nice balance of everything. They have great late game, and they're already pushing envelope, but yeah, top lane, they're diving in deep, looking to go for Tavo, and he's gone. Still had that black hole on cooldown. I think even using it there defensively would have been a poor choice, so he's just caught, and probably credit to Aui for continuing to bring in all that intel for his team.
Yeah, MP just dominates those lane and continues to outfarm them. 7k net worth already.
Here we go. A move in from SG here with a coil and a Monkey King ult could be their ticket back into this, but the living armor onto Envy. He just simply shrugs it off. He's actually thinking about re-engaging here. Aui's looking to go for the setup, and now as Fata rotates in, they are the team with the numbers advantage, and they're going to be taking it right back to the Brazilians, and they do so. King RD goes down. Puck will be able to make it out, but they do not get the fight they were hoping for. Black Hole's up now, but Coil's down now. So 20 more seconds, maybe SG could try to give it another go, but look at this. HFN up in arms with MSS has to walk away, beaten badly.
They need more heroes to try to find a kill on anyone on NP side. Try to get a smoke. Black Hole is up with the next coil. In 3 seconds they should try to get a kill. I mean, it's hard to kill. They went for Ember Spirit because Flame Guard on, Living Armor was used, and there was a creep wave coming, so Tinker just TP'd. You always need to be aware of the Treant being there, invisible. I think when playing against Treant, you need to invest a lot of sentries right now. SG can because they're kind of poor, but placing those sentries on your side of the map can actually get you those kills on Treant.
Feels like one of those things that's like it's easier said than done, especially when you're in the support. It's like, listen, I would love to buy a lot of sentries and help, but I'm broke, all right? Gotten my ass beat all game, and I can't afford a sentry to my name, and that means that Aoi can just do as he pleases. They've been able to get a couple of sentries down defensively there, and they've made their full move up and over, but it is NP swarming onto C4T, and that is an easy duel for MSS. 13-1. Ouch!
Again, same as game 1. This looks like the replay of the game 1, actually. Again, MP dominating strongly in early game. Fata just continues to farm. Once he gets his Blink Dagger, right now it becomes so hard for SG to actually catch that Tinker. They need to commit either Dream Coil or Monkey King being there, but even with those two heroes, they still might not kill him because of the Living Armor.
This Tricore from NP is
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
really starting to flourish here, with really the only one kind of falling behind is Envy, just slightly here as he tries to move his way into a Blade Mail. It's only the Troll who kind of beats him out at the moment, but as we see, Fata and MSS are happy to be the insurance policy for their team. Any one of them are going to be able to kind of pull this one back, and it's pressure on SG, and in particular, you know, Troll being the late game hard hitter, and a lot on their team fight and the setup and execution, which is not going to be easy here. King RD to the high ground, 3-man stun, Monkey King ult, but he gets chopped down from Aoi and stunned up. A coil does come out from SG, and they're looking to kind of make something happen. The Monkey King ult will finally come out, and it's actually secured them 2 kills. A good fight for SG. The root's there from Aoi, but he dies
Make
too.
it 3.
Okay, 3-man takedown for SG, their first promising fight of this game.
Yeah, this is what they needed. It's hard for NP to fight in Puck Coil. If they catch 2 or 3 men with a coil, there's a Midnight Pulse plus Monkey King ulti. I mean, you really can't fight into that. But once their cooldowns are off or they miss the spells, it's easy for NP. NP has a good pick-off lineup, but it's gonna be hard to fight 5-on-5 when SG's spells are not on cooldown.
We'll see if MP use this window of time on those cooldowns to try to, you know, push things back forward once again. Might be a little bit of a delay. It looks like MSS is going to be very close now to picking up that Blink Dagger, and that will help them get the extra initiator, because that is really one of the things that MP have been lacking a little bit. Until this Legion Commander gets a Blink Dagger, now they can comfortably have someone to kind of start things off and, you know, allow everyone else to kind of get into the fight and dish out all the deeps.
And Blink Dagger is up.
And there it is. So now if MP want, they can take it to SG while those cooldowns are active and try to take a huge fight, followed up with tier 2s, move in for Roche. I don't even know if they have the strongest Roche lineup. Probably just move forward with more objectives, if anything else.
Yeah, they need something else than Roche. SG has a good Roche lineup with Troll and Vlad's, gives him damage, lifesteal, armor, but they need to take a next fight if they want to take Roche, of course, once the Black Hole and Puck ult is up. Okay, they're just smoke. They want to get something.
This is going to be a no black hole fight, and King RD needs about 15 seconds before Monkey King ults up. They're hoping that by the time a fight breaks out, they'll have that time, and hope to make a Coil Monkey King ult combo work. They're rotating all the way down here through the bottom lane. We just saw Fata there, but he just pieces out. And this could just turn into an expedition to kind of maybe get some wards down. Looks like they've already dropped a couple of wards through the mid lane.
Dire's top tower
Oh,
is
Tinker
under
in
attack.
problem.
Tinker, bottom lane, caught with it under the trees, gets stunned and coiled. All right, SG patient as ever, waiting for Fata to show himself, and they get it.
Dire's top tower
Meanwhile, on
is
top,
under
MSS
attack.
got the duel off, got the
Dire's
damage.
structures are
All right, well,
fortified.
that that brings things right back for MP. I guess taking Troll off the map is a much nicer pick. He's like one of the only insurance policies here for SG, while MP have so many cores.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is under attack.
well, let's talk about Puck
Radiant's
and the
bottom
magic
tower
item
is
called
under
Midas. He finished Midas at, oh, missed roots. He finished the Midas at, what, like 13 minutes? Then one good team fight, 2 minutes of free farming, not dying, and the Blink Dagger is up.
Oh, roots both ways, but as you can see, MSS hits pretty
Dire's
damn
top
hard
tower has
and
fallen.
makes quick work of the Rubik. Already sporting 30 dual damage right now.
Yeah, duel is ready, they just smoked, and they're trying to get one more kill again. The Shrine is ready on top, region picked up by Puck.
Radiant's middle tower
Do they
is
know
under
something
attack.
is up?
Regeneration.
I don't know. Looks like they'll be sticking with what they feel is the safer side of the map, but NP are starting to head that direction.
Oh my, this is good.
SG now do have the black hole up and ready, and he is going to be building up for what looks like a pipe on this Enigma, fearing all the heavy magical damage that NP are going to be dishing out in these team fights here.
Oh, Dire just scanned him out. Enigma, interesting build itemization. Drums, we saw him going that during the Kiev Major into Midas, and then he can do whatever he wants after that. I guess he is afraid of, there's so much root mechanics, he's gonna need a BKB at one point of the game. Only Treant can stop him, and the Legion Commander if he comes from behind once the black hole is up.
Yeah. Oh, Owie moving in with the blink from the tree, gets the bash set up, and that allows MSS to clean things up with the back end of a duel. Owie utilizing the hero to its absolute limitations there, making the best out of that blink dagger and showcasing why it's such a clutch pickup on the hero. More of a ridiculous pickup.
Yeah, he did the same thing in the game number 1, just blinking into fog at tier 3, bashing not sure who, and which resulted in taking the tier 3 tower actually, and the Rexes after that.
And just like that, Enigma is going to be taken out of this one, and NP can just run loose through
This'll
SG's
come in
jungle,
handy.
take all that farm, and they could plant down any wards if they wanted to. It doesn't look like they are at the moment.
Yep. Troll going for Sangi and Yasha. After that, Yasha
Smart
pickup.
money.
In my opinion, he could have gone for Manta style instead, or just go straight into BKB into Manta style, because he needs to get rid of those old root mechanics. There's 3 root mechanics on Team NP right now. One way is BKB, but he's still gonna need something else than that. SNY gives you strength and some extra HP. Maim chance, which is so-so. Maim was never that good.
Yeah, Maim is not a very exciting spell, slash ability, slash chance, but it is able to provide just a lot of stats and raw power. Troll, probably one of the best heroes to be able to utilize such an item. Top lane, rotations in from Vata. MSS is also there with the duel ready to go, but it doesn't look like anyone from SG's side is looking to get caught out. SG actually stalking the bottom lane at the moment. No one currently there, with that the exception of Owie, just hiding within the other side of the trees as he continues to be that tower paramedic here. Top tower is at full, bottom tower is at full, mid tower is at full. Just tree things. Okay, here we go. There goes the dust. King RD's actually spotted Owie from the high ground, but that's when MSS jumps in with immediate duel and a quick kill, earning him the extra bit of damage. Now the Frostbite Blast is going to take the Enigma out of the equation, and the Rubik's going to be going to Fata, just pew-pewing his way through this fight. Quickly earns NP a 3-man takedown.
So much damage from NP with those lasers, rockets, quick duel, and Envy with double damage, plus blade mail. He can just go in, cuts the Enigma, gets so much damage returned to Puck. Troll can't
Dire's
focus
bottom
him.
tower is
He's
under
gonna
attack.
even build the best item in the game called Solar Crest, so Troll can't hit him.
And there's not really much Troll can do to kind of shrug that thing off without being able to BKB or have someone
Dire's
help a brother
bottom
out with a
tower
Lotus
is
Orb or
under
something.
attack.
He's going to have to either find new targets or just hope for the best in RNG. MP have totally taken over right now, pressuring their way towards the tier 2 here in the bottom side. They totally dictate the pacing of this game as it's 19-5 and 8,000 gold in MP's favor at the moment. Howie continues to scout things out. Now spots King RD. He's going to go in for the punch. Oh, there's a ward there. And he hits him just before Monkey could try to turn around with any sort of play. Him and HFN maybe could have made something happen there if he was able to turn and get a stun off within that moment, but if, ands, and buts. Uh-oh, MSS jumps in, looking to go to HFN. He's been dueled up. The stun is there, though, from King RD. Can they finish him off? Not within the duel, and it doesn't look like at all. Black Hole had been dropped, but it gets quickly chained and canceled from the low ground. Now a freezing field. Pylite Eye hanging on the top of the stairs here. Eating a bit of damage, has to cancel it and walk back it away. It's SG who hits a hard shot. Troll is out, does have a buyback, but it's only going to get worse from there as they will also potentially lose their puck. King RG trying to help out, springs into action, but quickly springs into his own death. Puck will be able to step away, but he is the lone survivor. MP lose nobody and take a convincing fight.
They just skipped tier 2 tower, went to tier 3, even tier 4 tower just dealt some damage to the heroes. I mean, they're so ballsy with that big Treant ulti keeping them in place with roots from Crystal Maiden and
Dire's
Searing
middle
Chains.
tower is
Tinker
under attack.
just uncontested, no one's doing anything, he's just doing so much work from behind.
Would you say that this is even more one-sided than game 1? Or
Yeah, I would.
I would too. I would agree. I think MP have too much going for him. With MSS also being a huge late game damage dealer, I mean, he was looking scarier than the Troll by far. Their lineup is only just going to get that much better. I fear for SG, their comeback potential is looking pretty damn minuscule. It's just praying more for that kind of wombo combo factor here and catching MP kind of slip up.
They have one chance with SG. Try to cast a good black hole with Monkey King ulti and Puck ulti, blah blah blah, plus Rubik stealing something, Troll hitting.
Punch in the face, and you're gone. That was a magic trick.
Has fallen to the radar.
Now you see him, now you don't. And free damage for MSS. At that same moment, they will also simultaneously bring down the Roche and then hit a timeout to take it all in. Okay, apparently there's a bug in the room. And MSS is not cool about bugs. And now the bug's missing in the room, and he's scared for his life. This could be what SG hoped for, Lacoste. If the bug gets on MSS and he blows the team fight, maybe SG could take over.
Yeah, this is the something else. It reminds me of the story from Egypt, the Locust Swarm.
Yeah. You know, Jesus might show himself here for the power of Brazil. And within the room of NP's boot camp, they'll flow out a fleet of bugs that will prevent MSS from getting the job done. But that is okay. There is the NV bomb. Okay, I was like, they don't have detection though. But suddenly, Owie shows up. He's got a sentry, it looked like, plopped it down, and they'll get the troll finish. More MP just beating ass.
It's really hard to show on the map right now for SG. Shadowblade is finished on Legion Commander, and with Treant Protector providing that vision, he will just continue getting those duels off, getting the easy damage. With 2 boots of travel, they have global presence, pretty much.
You and
I love how Envy is building his hero, just tanking up as much as he can, just buying that Vitality booster.
Dire's bottom
For
tower
extra
is under
HP.
attack.
Yeah, he's got some good
Miss
meat
chance.
on the bones. He's hard to hit. He's got great armor. Allows him to get off lots of slights in
Dire's
these
bottom
fights.
tower
Be a
has fallen.
serious problem here. And obviously going to be able to shrug off maybe the power of the team fight here from SG, which Envy in pursuit. Yule's phase. Puck could sidestep and avoid trouble, but MSS jumps in, gets the quick finish. Turnaround black hole. Tavo only on to one. Aui sidesteps, gets a good spot to commit with the roots and cancels out the black hole. And this is going to be MP's chance to quickly unload onto Team Brazil.
Bash.
Okay, the bash onto Fata, locks him in place, he gets another one, but Aui has a bash himself, pulls it out of his pocket, and gives it to the Troll. Troll's going to be going down nearly a minute and can't buy back. That means it's going to be game. Team MP have just secured a top-seeded spot in the playoffs for Summit 7.
Radiant victory.
Woo! NP with those picks again. First, they won the coin flip, so they decided to go for the first pick, pick the Treant and Crystal Maiden again. I'm not sure why they let them, because that's the reason how they lost in the first game. That Treant was just doing the God's work. Again, with Crystal Maiden combined, and top lane was just really bullied by those three heroes. Meanwhile, on the mid, Tinker couldn't die, and it really became a problem on the mid game. They got that one good combo, showed the strength of it, but it wasn't really enough.
Really just solid drafting performance overall from NP. Secures them the series. Game number 2, obviously, much more favorable for SG. Some people could say, they were on the Brazil server, that's why. But I got to say, SG still look pretty sharp. They definitely have the potential there. This isn't a team that's a one-hit wonder from what they're able to do in the Kiev Major. And SG is also not out of this tournament running yet. This simply means that they're going to be starting the playoffs in the lower bracket and can still find their way into the finals and possibly a trip out to Los Angeles, California. For MP, though, they're in a good spot. They'll be in the playoffs, and they're going to be waiting for their opponent. So that concludes our first series of the day, Lacoste. Coming up next, though, we are going to be having a battle for, I believe, the lower bracket of Group A, and a battle between Complexity and Midas Club Elite. So this is going to be a pretty hype one, and I believe one of them will stay alive, and the other, unfortunately, might be eliminated in their summit running. So,
You think so? Might be.
I have to double check, okay? It's a different system than every other tournament, so I just got to clarify exactly. It looks like Midas Club have already gotten 2-0'd from SG, so if they get taken down from Complexity, they are certainly out. Complexity are going to need a 2-0 or at least a series win here to possibly get themselves into a tiebreaker situation in hopes of staying alive in the playoffs. So I'll get all this kind of hammered out and clear for our next series, okay? But that series is about to start because this was a 3-game stretch, Lacoste. So let's just go to a quick break, and we'll get back for Complexity versus Midas Club Elite. We'll